And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Roethlisberger on first down. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On second down, it's Bell. Room here to run. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An auspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down, it's Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Let's go now. Let's go. Return the play.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Let's go now. Hey, let's go.
Well, Jameis on 2nd down. They still can't get it. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Let's go.
On the ground with a tight end. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. Winston keeps it himself. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Let's go now.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Hey, you got three. Ready. Black, easy. Sonic.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he had been able to haul that one in.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
You got 4. Ready. Blue lady. White.
Jameis to throw it. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. A first down throw for Winston. His throw caught at about the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Floating one incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Catanzero's kick is right through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment.
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick. But that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, Charles, Le'Veon Bell, 26 going on 27, and the shelf life of these NFL running backs seems to be getting shorter and shorter. How long can he go at this torrid pace?
Usually we say 30 is kind of the line of demarcation for a running back. But Le'Veon Bell played all 16 games in 2017, takes great care of himself off the field. I think he's got a chance to break through that 30-year-old mark, and in a big way.
The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I thought going into the 2018 draft, running back was a priority for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they got one of the best ones in the draft, and Ronald Jones II out of USC. He's a guy who knows how to make people miss, but also not afraid to lower his shoulder and make his own way.
And that's what we saw there as he powered his way forward for the first. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The give is to Jones. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give to Jones. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
To go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Jameis now on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bag.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. The main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on third? On third down, Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Let's go now. Sonic. Ready. Blue ready. Where's happening?
On play action, Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On third down, here's Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go now. Let's go. It's time to play.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Forced out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Final play of the half here. Winston. Where is this play going? And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here's Humphries. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Easy. Let's go.
Winston now to throw on first down. Incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. That'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. First down, Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
To throw is Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Noah Spence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Snickers, you got to spin.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Winston. And his throw is incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Winston again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Javon Hargrave with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Ready. Blue ready.
Play action now. Winston looking downfield for Godwin. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. A little 360. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Here's Humphries. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Bucs on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. They go play action. Winston. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. second down throw for Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. And they'll run it here. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Hey, let's get it working.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And the Steelers set to take the field. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 58 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Second down, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. With it is Jackson. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless. And Winston lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Now Bell wiggles free. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now Jones. Oh, nice move. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. This is Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Hey, 4 down. Sonic! Ready! Black 22, Sonic!
One last shot now for Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Pittsburgh, it's back-to-back victories now after the week 1.